When you bake, you always bake for a reason, and you're giving it to people.
Where's my custard?
I'm so sorry, Howard. So you make it the best you can.
For me, this is very exotic. You know, pesto.
And whenever I make anything, I stir love into it.
That's better.
I need love into it. And so when I present it,
Can you come and grab my jugs, please?
it's special.
Hi, Year 4. So this week we're going to do the big bake-off. And as I said on my Zoom session, I'm going to show you how to make some scones because they're quite easy to do. You don't have to make scones this week. You can make what you want. So I'm just going to share some of the equipment you'll need if you're going to take part in making the scones. So I've got here a rolling pin. I've got a spoon and a knife. I've got some cutters. I'm probably going to use that one, I think. And then I've got a sieve for my flour, and I've got a bowl, and I've also got the baking tray there. And what I've done with the baking tray, I have put some butter on the butter packet and I've just smeared it all over on the baking tray. So put that over there. Okay. First things first, make sure your hands are clean before we start. And the next thing you need to do is to put the oven on, ready for your scones. Now, the recipe that I'm using, it says that the oven should be on 220 degrees centigrade, which is 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I've got a fan oven, so I tend to put mine about sort of 210 degrees centigrade. But ask your parents what their oven's like, they'll know. Okay? But I say you don't have to use my recipe, you can use any of your own. Okay, so I'm just going to move my camera down so you can see my bowl. There you go. There's my bowl, and into my bowl I am going to sieve the flour. I'm going to get my spoon, just put a little bit in. Put it all in at once, it goes everywhere. Just sieving it through. Okay. Or you can just tap it like that. Okay. Let's get another lot in. Keep going. I'm going to put it all in, just so I can be a bit quicker. There we go. I'll tap that in. So I've actually got 8 ounces of self-raising flour. Some recipes use plain flour, but this one by Delia Smith uses 8 ounces of self-raising flour. So all that is going in. And I've actually got another bit of flour. Woo, going everywhere. I've actually got another little bit of flour in there too, and I'm going to use that later. So I've got my bowl. Let's lift the screen up a bit so you can see me. There you go. So got my bowl, and then into my bowl is going to go some butter. You can use margarine if you haven't got butter, and they say to have the margarine or the butter at room temperature, which means just leave the butter in the kitchen for a while, and then when it's softened a bit you can use it. So that's going to go in to my bowl. Put the screen down again so you can see what I'm doing. And all I'm doing here is your fingertips, and you're rubbing the butter and the flour together. Now it is about 1.5 ounces of butter into your 8 ounces of self-raising flour. And it's really hot today, so my butter is quite melty already. So that's going to go in there. And just using your fingertips, raising it up high, just touching with your fingertips like that. And what you're trying to do is get all the butter to mix in with the flour. So at first, there might be blobs of butter. But then the more you do it, it doesn't take too long. And scones are really quite easy to make. So I've got that there. And what you can always do is watch the video back if you forget what you're doing. Okay. Lovely. Okay. So in that bowl, you want to put a pinch of salt. Okay. And then you want some, we've got sugar in here. And it's about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. So that is going in there too. Let's get rid of those. And then I'm going to get my knife. I'm just going to stir it all in with my knife. Okay. And now I need to get some milk. And my milk here is 5 fluid ounces. So 5 fluid ounces. Okay. And what you're going to do, I tend to make a little well in the middle. And I pour a little bit of milk in. And I start mixing it together. A little bit more milk. I just do it a little bit at a time. Like that, and you'll see it's all starting to come together. There we go. Keep going. It's starting to stick to the knife, so I'm just going to take that bit off. Put a little bit more in. You might not use all the milk, or you might. Just have to wait and see. Don't pour the milk in all at once, otherwise it gets really, really gooey. And then it's really hard to work with. And it's starting to come together now. So all the bits are starting to come together into one piece. Just turn that off. There we go. And I can see I still need a little bit more milk because it's still not coming together. Now put more in. And then I can see, oh, now it's starting to come together. It's really good. Again, I'm just going to do that with my knife. I'm just going to have a little, put my hands in and see if I can get it all. You can see I'm trying to get it pushed all together. Now it can get a bit sticky on your hand, but don't worry about that. Just going to get it all, and I'm trying to make it all the bits into a bit of a ball. Okay? You see how it's all come together like that? Let's get rid of that. Okay. Now, do you remember before I said I've got some more flour? Well, all it is flour in there. Self-raising again. So I'm going to put that lid back on, and I'm going to put some on the surface here. Take out my scone mixture like that. And then we're going to knead. So you're pulling it in with your knuckles and knead. You're not doing it, don't press really hard because it's really light, otherwise you'll take all that lovely air out and your scones will be really heavy. That bit's come out there, don't worry, I'm going to push it back in. There. And I'm moving it around as I'm doing it, like that. See, I'm moving it around and kneading it in. And what should happen, on the bottom, it should be nice and smooth. Okay, which is good. That is quite good, that. Quite pleased with that. Put the bowl away. Okay, I need my rolling pin. Again, if I've not got any flour, I'm going to put a bit of flour, and I might use my little flour out of there. And I'm just going to roll. Don't roll too heavy. Just rolling it. Now, you don't want it too thick. In the book, Delia says it makes, it's starting to stick, so I'm going to put some more flour on. Delia says that it makes 12 scones. Well, she must have very small scones, is all I can say. because I never make 12 scones out of it, usually about 8. So I'm only going to have it about that thick. Okay, you can have it thinner if you want, or thicker, depends how big you want your scones. And then I'm going to take one of these cutters. Okay, if you haven't got a cutter, use a, what could you use? You could use a mug and turn it upside down and just use that. So I'm just going to put it in and press down. Okay, okay, that is one done. There, another one. There, another one. That's 3. And then 4, 5, 6. Do you see what I mean? There's no way I can get 12 out of this. The bits that are left, push them together again. Just push them together. Not too, don't be too hard on it. Okay, and then you're going to roll out that bit. And try and see if you can get another, I'll definitely be able to get another 1 or 2 scones out of that. And then, like that. That's another one. How many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Do you reckon I'll get another one? Another 2? Possibly another 2. That looks a bit chunkier, but I'm not worried. If I've got a bit left, I just tend to just make a small one because I don't want to waste it. So I make a little small one. Okay, so what we do now, put those back on your baking tray. Remember, it's greased. And we put them on here. Spread them out a little bit because they do grow in the oven and they will puff out. So I tend to spread them out a little bit. Like that. There you go. And then what my recipe says to do is to put a little bit of flour over the top. So little bits going over the top, not much. Little tiny little bit over the top. Okay, let's get the screen back up. You're still with me? So mine are ready to go in the oven. So I'm going to put them in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. See how they look. They should rise and go a little bit brown on top. Some people actually brush the top with milk, but I don't. Just put a bit of flour on. Okay, so I'm going to put those in the oven. While I'm doing that, I'm going to wash my strawberries. I've got some cream, so I'm going to whip my cream. And I've got here some jam, so I'm going to get my strawberry jam ready as well. Okay? Right, I'll pause the video, put them in the oven and see what happens. See you in a bit. Hi, we're back. Well, my scones took around about 13 minutes, and here they are. Show them, make sure they don't fall off. Okay, so what I've done while I was waiting for the scones to cook, I have just washed through some strawberries, got some jam, and I've got some cream. I've just whipped the cream up, and I've used a whisk to whisk the cream up. Okay, so I'll come down here, you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got my scone, and I'm going to cut my scone in half. Oh wow, it's looking good. I'm going to take some jam and put the jam on the top. Lots of jam because I like jam on top. Strawberry jam. I'm going to take a dollop of cream. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Put that on there. And then I'm going to take some strawberries. I'm going to take the green bit out there, out there. Now, scones are a real traditional food, really. and we tend to have them with tea. So, whoops, I'm going to put my scone over there. I'm going to put some strawberries on the plate as well. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. You see that? And then, let's just move these out of the way. I'm going to get a cup of tea and I'm going to serve it on my special. You see all that? I've got another one there. I'm going to take that out, and that is going to be my tea and scone this afternoon. So you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can do something else. It's up to you. But I'll leave you now because I'm going to enjoy my scone. See you later. Bye.